How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be, as you see from the title, for the Leos. It's going to be a Leo reading. Let's see what we got for you guys. Alright, let's see. Leos. We have Holy One. So you're going to be receiving a lot of inspiration from the higher above, right? Even if this means just kind of getting wisdom just even out of the ordinary, right? You guys might just be walking and you might get some information. So for my Leos, you're going to be receiving, you're going to be feeling like, you know, the chosen one, or people with, you know, you're going to be getting a lot of information. And a lot of things, a lot of times, right? Let me tell you guys another thing about inspiration. A lot of times is a lot of information is collected from books you read, from TV shows and all these things. And sometimes when you're walking or when you're just doing something that is not even related to trying to, you know, I guess understand things or trying to think of different things, certain things will just hit your mind, you know what I mean? And this could be inspiration to kind of answer any questions that you might have, or any guidance that you might be looking for, right? So I feel like you guys are going to be receiving information and guidance from the higher one, or the Holy One. What else for the Leos? Okay, so you're not going to be putting on a mask. You're not going to be acting, right? You're going to make sure that you guys are showing your true colors. We have shadows, right? You guys are going to be coming to light. A lot of things are going to be coming to light for you guys, right? So you're not going to be, things are not going to be held in darkness. A lot of things are going to be coming to light. We have a dancer, movement, right? So you could be making movement towards, I guess where you're trying to go, right? You could be making movement. Okay. All right. So you're gonna be receiving guidance. And you guys are not going to be putting on this mask, or you're going to be kind of just being yourselves, right? Being true to yourself. And look, listen, anything you guys believe in, it's completely up to you. Everybody has their own belief system, own opinions, and things like that. Nobody's don't let nobody try to tell you you're wrong, whatever. And if people do that, then I mean, everybody has an opinion. You know what I mean? Like I might have my own opinion towards your opinion. You might have opinion towards my opinion. It doesn't make either of us wrong or right. It just means that we have separate opinions. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to you guys being yourselves and expressing yourselves, that's fine. Just try your best to just try to, you know, understand both angles, or at least want to understand, or at least listen, or whatever the case is. You don't have to necessarily, like, I would listen to people and I wouldn't necessarily, you know, take it to a point where I'm gonna use this in my life, but I would just hear them out. You feel me? And it is what it is. You gotta. Sometimes people's opinions matter. Sometimes they don't. But anyway, you guys gonna be true to yourselves. This shadow, like a lot of things that's done in dark will come to light. So make sure that you guys are not doing no, you know, obviously nothing in the dark and things like that. Anything that, you know, eventually things do get revealed, right? Through even situations, like I've had, you know, situations where I've thought highly of a person, and then next thing you know, through time of me getting older and me getting, you know, me just staying focused, through time, time will tell. And then next thing you know, people do come out of the woodworks and start acting funny, because that's how they felt about you this whole time, but they just start acting a certain way. So I've had family members and things like that, you know, came out later down the line. But that's cool though, because I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, for me, I'm not, like, it is what it is. So I just kind of just keep doing me. For me, let people play themselves and then just keep going. But yeah, a lot of things a lot of things in the dark will come to light. Dancer. This could mean so much different things, as you guys know, but this came up, right? And I feel like, you know, at this moment, you're just kind of making movements towards your, don't really focus too much on the picture, right? Focus on the words, right? So you're gonna be probably dancing, or, you know, ensure that you guys are not getting distracted by, I want to say, lustful things, or things that are considered attractive. You know what I'm saying? If it's not leading you in the right direction, right? Things could be possibly leading you into a jungle of like some snakes or whatever. So just be very mindful while you're making these movements. See, movement isn't always about making excessive progress. Like, you know how people say, get that money, go get that bag. life's like chess, right? It's not checkers where you wanna go fast, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever. It's very, you gotta make your moves correctly. It's a very political in this game called life. Not even just life in general, but society, or just this baseline of living right now, right? It's all about chess moves. That's why a lot of times you see when people are sitting on a yacht, they make certain moves that we typically fast people don't sit there and think about, right? I have this routine that I do. I wake up a certain time. I put all my time into certain places so that I ensure things get done. I'm living spiritually because I believe things, and I use that spiritual to keep me going throughout my day, but it's still got to be practical at the same time. You still got to be practical, because one thing is, if you allow your thoughts and your emotions and stuff to get the best of you, you're gonna neglect a lot of things. You know what I mean? So you gotta make moves. You gotta really think about the decisions you're making. You gotta execute them rightly. Movement isn't always about making fast movement. Movement is about how you move, how you maneuver. You guys heard the statement. You gotta watch how you move. You gotta be very strategic on how you operate. You know what I'm saying? Where you're putting your time, how much time you're spending. You know what I'm saying? So all of these different things play a huge significant role in your day-to-day lives. So just be careful, not moving too quickly, and don't just do things just because it's considered appropriate for your lifetime. Look at it more so, my movements that I'm making, is it good? Because I ain't gonna lie to you guys, right? I'll probably do my video, whatever, but I would spend, if I'm not doing nothing else, I'm trying to do some reading. I know reading is not the funnest thing in the world, but what it does is, if I can get my hands on some books, right, which I know people have to have some type of skill, because we communicate through language, right? So if I can get my hands on some books that I know people have put skill into them, right, they need to be some type of, you need to have some type of skill to be able to write books, right? So if I'm reading books and I'm using English as a language to speak, what's happening is my brain, naturally, this is what your brain does, is downloading all this information. This is just some practical thinking, right? So it's downloading all this information. Your mind is using the skill to read, and then all these words are just going in, and then it's like, they're not just words that people just say. Like if I took a camera and put it on anybody, they would just say, they would talk how they talk at home, right? Which is probably like, just regular talking. But when you're an artist, or you're somebody that's writing a book, you have to put it in story mode. So there's a lot more words that we typically don't say on a regular. What this does is, because I'm downloading all these words, is allowing me, my vocabulary to improve, right? Because I'm speaking English, and if I was speaking Spanish or something like that, then I'll read Spanish books. My point is, I'm using this to enhance my language. What this does is, when I go out in the world, you know what I'm saying, I go out and I'm talking to people, if I want opportunities or whatever, I know how to, or naturally, my words are going to become a lot more clearer. They're going to be a lot more, I'll understand more, you know what I'm saying? So these are all of the different things that can help you guys. Like, just really just sit there and like ask yourself, like, look, where can you put most of your time? That's why I said movement isn't always about fast movement. And I know I spent a couple minutes talking about this, but I really want to get you guys to understand. I thought that, if I read for 4 or 5 hours, like say I ain't doing nothing, right? Let's say I ain't doing nothing, ain't nothing going on, I'm gonna read for them hours. Because reading ain't moving me directly to the bag, or directly to this place or that place, but it's giving me opportunities to be able to jump ahead of the whole game. Because now it's like, instead of me having to do this, do that to get that opportunity, I can just talk to a certain person. I can think about it, because now I'm thinking. See, I'm not just making moves, I'm thinking strategically about it, and I can actually jump ahead 10, 12 years of my lifetime, versus everybody else that's just trying to go move and make these moves, and they're not thinking rationally about the moves that they're making. They're just thinking, it's going to get me to get that money, it's going to get me to get that bag. But you got to really think about it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know I spent time on that, but just wanted to let you guys know, give you guys that information that I've been picking up when it comes down to movement. Not all movement is good movement, and the best movements are the ones that are thought and planned out. patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. This is one of the biggest things. Everything happens in your life for a reason, my leaders. Right? Don't ever feel like things are. Don't ever feel like things, happen for the worst. Everything happens for the best, whether we know it or not. Look. There's negative things that will take place, but it's all for reasons, right? As I said, I used to be the person. Well, I didn't tell you guys this, but I used to be the person that just works all year round. I finally got an opportunity to sit down, and now I decided, instead of doing the same thing that I used to do, I'm gonna develop myself as a character, because I understand that no matter where you work at, no matter how you achieve yourself, they always look at self-improvement, right? Self-improvement is your concrete. It's like laying down a house. They typically lay down the slat, they build the walls. It's the foundation of everything that you do. Improving yourself means that, you can, I'm not saying that you can't watch TV or go to the movies and do all of that fun stuff, but just having that characteristics of about understanding how to work through things when you need to, not where you want to. It's just a bunch of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this all comes from wanting to develop yourself in a mature way, and just basically do things that you see. Okay, for an example, I'll wake up in the morning, go for a run, right? Maybe I'll go, and I'm not doing this for a certain trophy, right? I'm not in sports no more, none of that. So I'm not doing it for a certain trophy. I'm just doing it because I know it brings a different side of life. You know what I mean? And this is the side of life I see that people typically live, right? And as I've done it, I've noticed different changes. I'm a lot more motivated, I'm more disciplined to do certain things. Discipline just means doing things even when you're not motivated, but when you know it's required, like cooking or cleaning or things like that, right? So all of these different things. But we're not going to get too deep in that. I just want to let you guys know, if you guys see certain lifestyles that you want to adapt, learn about it. Make sure that you guys develop this information. Patience. Have patience with everything too, right? Allow things to happen in this order as they should. I used to go through my day where I still do sometimes. Like I said, we're human, so it is what it is. Sometimes I expect good times. Sometimes it's not not so much. These days I've been typically kind of just doing what I need to do, and whatever happens type of thing. You know what I mean? If I need to go get something, and something I stub my toe. You know what I'm saying? For an example, as I'm trying to climb in the bed, I'm expecting to just climb in the bed smoothly. I know this is like a lot of different. It's hard to talk to you guys if I can't see you guys, but my point is, not all the time is it gonna be straightforward. Sometimes you're gonna stop your toe, whatever. You just kind of just, I wouldn't say keep going because I want to be sounding cliche, but that's just really what it is. Our expectations can lead us to feeling down about ourselves. I can expect to come on her and say everything I want to say, or come off as clear as day, but it might sound like BS to you guys. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like, I can only say how I am at the moment, and I know that I'm not gonna say my videos are better now than they were 2 years ago. I mean, not 2 years ago, a year ago. But what I can't, well, not even a year ago. I guess I could say a year ago. But what I can say is I'm a lot more improved as an individual, and that's what I want for you guys, right? But you gotta have patience with everything too. You gotta do things that you need to do. Excuse me, within the everyday that you do them, and you just gotta kind of live in the present. Have fun, you know what I'm saying? Vibe to your favorite music, all of that stuff. Like, just don't, and for my young people out there, not young people, but people that get adrenaline from certain music, remember it's entertainment, right? That's all it is. It's just something to dance to, just something to vibe with. The artist might live what he's talking about or she's talking about, but it's just entertainment. So just keep that in mind for my people that came across this video. Don't take that stuff literally. Don't go out there and commit no acts. Don't do none of that. Just for reference. Entertainment is like watching a movie, right? You see something in a movie, cool. So just keep that in mind, please. But yeah, have patience, and you can vibe. You can do all of that good stuff while you're cleaning up and handling your business, washing your car. You know what I'm saying? Do all of that stuff, because you can still engage with it. You just don't take it literally. It's just an act. You know what I'm saying? Music, whatever. It's just an act. It's just to get the mood going. You can have fun along the journey. You know what I'm saying? There's no point in working all your life and you're not having fun. You're not treating yourself. So treat yourself now and then, but handle business, handle responsibility. But be patient. Be patient. Oh, everything happens in divine order too. Remember that, right? Everything's happened for a reason. So you have honestly, right? Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself, right? So we have honesty. So this can reverse. So it might not be people around you that's being honest, but remember something. You can't expect the truth in everybody, but you can expect it in yourself, right? So there's a lot of people that might not be like you might get offended or whatever, but you know, we can't expect a lot of things out of people. We can only do what we need to do. As I said, you can't expect your day to go by great. You can't expect everybody to treat you great. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but we can do what we need to do on our part. You know? As I said, everything happens in divine order. This came out for you guys too. So everything happens in divine order. Things happen for reasons. Sometimes people treat you a certain way because you need to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Or you need to have a reason to leave. That's another thing. I'm gonna give you an example, right? My mom and me didn't really, agree on certain terms, right? I'm not gonna say it was terrible, but we just didn't agree. You know what I mean? I was a certain age to where I can, get myself together and get up out of there. So it was a reason for me to, move quicker. I've got family members that get along better. I wouldn't say great, but better than me and my parent did. So they're able to still stay in their certain environment past a certain age, right? So when I get out and I, because of principles, get money and stuff. Okay, when you have an apartment, you got bills, you got this and that. You can work a job or whatever. However you get your money, cool. And then as I'm doing that, it may seem like, oh, I'm better or whatever. But the reality is, no, that's not the case. You just get along with better with your peoples than I do with my mom. But it's, we're cool now. But the point is, instead of me dwelling on it or trying to say, like, she should do this and she should do that, you just got to do what you got to do, right? You can only do what you got to do and then allow everything else to play out. Because there's a reason why everything happened. Whether we like it or not, there is a reason for it. And there's great people that come out of it, right? I'm not going to sit there and try to, I want to say glorify certain people in history. But we're seeing certain people in history that's only great because of something bad happening. Let's just be honest with you, right? And this is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of like a fire happening and the fire is terrible, but then the firemen come and you're like, whoa, good job, firemen. And see, that's how it is, though. You know what I mean? The fireman gets praised because of something bad happening, but they know that. Everybody knows that. Same thing with the police. Same thing with lawyers. Lawyers have to go to court, and they people say, "Oh, he's such a great lawyer because he had to fight a murder case, or he had to fight a case that maybe the guy didn't. He was considered somebody that didn't commit the crime. So there's a lot of bad things that come into the world. And it takes great people to step up and handle that. You know what I'm saying? So we, as much as we could dwell on what happened and what's going on, we still have to understand that it takes our responsibility to take control of it and change the roles or, switch it up or become a better individual. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, honestly, whew. All right, health. I will honor the physical vessel that enrises my soul. Right? Health is wealth, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Take care of your soul. Take care of your emotions. All of these things. Not your emotions, but listen. A lot of people. Here's the thing with people these days, right? A lot of us feel like we gotta be some health physique to be healthy. I had conversations with my peoples where I was telling them, like, start looking at certain things that you're doing. Like okay, you have people that think that they need health insurance and they need to go to a doctor every month for a checkup. I mean, you can. I mean, whatever, but you can still do we gotta break from that mindset too. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against hospitals, but I'm quite sure the doctors themselves want you guys to be healthy. I'm quite sure it'll make their job so much easier. Cause look, These are the same doctors that are already working on patients that have broken limbs and stuff. You feel me? And they got you got to think about it. If there's like 100 doctors in a hospital, and you got millions of people around in a city, you feel me? Like they're always gonna have work. They don't need you coming in for some like cough. And you could just go home and drink some tea. You feel me? So it's like these minor details. I mean, it's not from wrong going in for a check or whatever, but I feel like people feel like they need to have certain things, and then it's like a burden financially. Because now it's like they feel like they have to have the best coverage when they don't even need the best coverage. You know what I'm saying? Because even still, the hospital is still considered a charity. They'll still. I had somebody try to tell me that the hospital won't take me if I didn't have the best coverage. Like, what are you talking about? The hospital's a charity. They're gonna assist with you anyway. And then guess what? You just pay a bill. But I was trying to relate this message to certain people. They don't listen. But they're hurting at the end of the day, not me. And I'm not trying to like say like, oh, they should listen to everything I say, but at the end of the day, don't try to tell me about my personal choices. Because if I give legit reasons why I feel that way, you know what I'm saying? Don't say, oh, well, no. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, people will try to down you for your personal choices. You give them legitimate reasons, and then now it's like, okay, if it's legit, like, if it's practical, like, I just stated, like, some people would say, well, a hospital wouldn't take you if you don't have this and that. I mean, if my thing is this. If you live on a farm or live in the woods or wherever you live in, off the grid type of vibe, and you're like, yo, I don't rely off of finances, right? But the hospital won't accept. They ain't going to accept coins. And I mean, not the hospital. The insurance ain't going to accept cornfield and all of that to pay your bills. So let's just say money wasn't a matter to you. It didn't matter because you had your resources coming in. You had rainwater. You was living off the earth. So paper didn't matter to you. Printing money didn't matter. So in that position, for you to go and try to sell off your product that you live off of to go earn some income to pay for insurance, to, you see what I'm saying? It's like it's not applicable to you at the moment, you know. Worst case scenario, you need the hospital. Then all what happened was you go to the hospital, they'll bill you up a bill, send it to your way. You'll go and sell a cow or whatever and pay it. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, this is the mental state. You know, this is all about thinking outside the box. You gotta think what's applicable to your life, not just what other people are doing. This comes back to health. Don't feel like you gotta be some physique person. I'm gonna be this bodybuilder. No, man, being healthy isn't about being fit. I don't go for a run to be fit. A lot of people think that. I don't go for a run to be fit. I don't do my training at night or whatever I do to be. I don't read to be smarter. And I'm not trying to do this for a certain degree. I'm doing it because I know it's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Especially for my age and for where I'm trying to go in life. It's appropriate. That's why I do it. It's appropriate. You don't have to be a runner to go out for a nice jog, to go walking, take care of your health. You don't have to. Why is it that people would sit there, eat potato chips, do all of this stuff, then go to the hospital and then say, oh, you check up on me, and then they leave the hospital and say, oh, I'm healthy because they gave me pills? Why is that the case? We can easily take care of ourselves. Ain't nothing from just drinking some tea, going for a walk. You feel me? I was in a position where, let's put it like this. I was trying to tell somebody something about something, and then it's like, instead of us coming together, it's like we're trying to battle information. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to battle no information. I'm just stating my opinion. They state their opinion, but we can come together. We can, you feel me? I wouldn't say drinking tea is bad for you or good for you. It depends on you. You know what I'm saying? It depends on if you like tea or not. Like, just if tea makes you throw up, I wouldn't suggest drinking it. But hey, if you're cool with drinking some tea, drink some tea. You cool with eating fruits, eat some fruits. It's up to you. You know what I mean? Health isn't about what I say is right, what he say is right, what they say is right, what I say is wrong, what they say is wrong. It's not about who's wrong or right. It's what's applicable to you. But ensure that you guys are getting yourselves healthy, right? I mean, there's nothing worse than sitting up here talking about, I don't need to be healthy because I'm not a trainer. Even if you're just going for a nice little walk, it will save you guys so much. You know, even if you're just ensuring watching what you eat, things like that. You don't have to be the biggest physique guy around and none of that. Just be cautious what you eat, cautious what you consume, so that you don't have to be in a position where you have to watch what you eat. You know what I mean? That's why I say you can enjoy yourself. You can eat your chips, drink your soda, and all of that. Just watch how much you consume. Like, if you gotta take note, take note. I ain't gonna say it's simple, because it's information that I've learned and you're learning too. So none of this should be simple. I wouldn't say it like that. Like, oh, you should know it. You're not gonna know it if nobody's told you it. So I'm not gonna lead that energy like this is so simple. It's not simple, but it can be done. You know what I'm saying? When I was in my room one time, I was telling myself, like, you know, like sometimes, you know, you need that little motivation. You know, it's not easy, but it's doable. I don't know where I got that from. I think I got it from like a motivational speech or something. Sometimes I listen to them, but it's not easy, but it's doable. Like, a lot of things are not easy. This YouTube thing is not easy. Like, it's not easy to get in front of a camera and be up here reading cards, but it's doable. It's not easy to go to work either, but it's doable. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do in the moment, because sometimes it's for the bigger picture. Sometimes it's for the bigger purpose. You might not always like it, but you're getting what you got to get done. People have to do it before us. People's going to have to do it after us. It's not easy, but it's doable. But again, health. Focus on that. I think I just spilled on the camera. My bad for you guys. All right. Let's see. We have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Right? Not always losing something is a bad thing. As I just told you guys, I had bad relations with, well, not bad relations, but I didn't agree on everything with my parent, right? With my parents. But I understood, like, you feel me? I still got on the phone, still let her know, you feel me? I appreciate her and all of that, you feel me? Because, you know, I'm past all of that. My point, and it's not for everybody to do that, but my point was I understood what I had, or the opportunities that was there. You feel me? I just decided to go a different route, and that's fine. Look, if you make choices in life, and you can stand on that, and you honestly feel that way, and you're willing to accept anything that comes after that, you've won. You've accomplished your goal. But if you make choices in life based off of how you feel, or not how you feel. I'm getting over myself. If you make choices and you say, this is what I want, but I still want this doesn't work that way. You gotta stick to something, because a lot of times when we make choices, things come with it that we typically don't want, but we have to accept it, because we can't accept the fact that we want a certain outcome. And there's another thing, you can't really want a certain outcome. You just gotta make a choice. I know this sounds very contradictory, but life is so it's like that. You gotta think a lot of. You gotta think. You guys just gotta think. Like, what your boy I think is Goggins. If I'm saying his name wrong, he says he ain't crazy. He just ain't you. You gotta really think like this. Like, you really, if you're trying to establish some type of unlimited happiness, or even the stability to be able to go through life without constantly getting upset, or you're able to manage your emotions and things like that, you gotta think differently. You know what I mean? You can't be thinking like everybody else is thinking, because that's not gonna get you where you need to go. Because that's only gonna put you in the same boat as everybody else. And it's not saying that everybody else is wrong or right or whatever the case is, because everybody does their own little thing. And this is the thing, that's the truth. You have to do your own thing. You're not gonna do the same thing as a doctor or lawyer, right? Right? Because you probably do mechanics or something, right? I don't know what you do. I'm just speaking on me personally. Like, I'm speaking on things that I come to mind. You feel me? I know I probably say mechanics all the time because I was into mechanics a lot, like 2-3 years ago. But my point is, you're not gonna do what they do. You can just do what yourself does, right? But where am I going with this? You're not gonna think like they do, right? You know that. So following your own things. Again, with grief, you lost something in life. We lose a lot. But that's an opportunity to appreciate it more. You know what I mean? Appreciate that journey. Appreciate that with something lost, with one door closes, another door opens, right? I mean, that's just how it goes, right? So just think about that. But yeah, we're gonna move on. I feel like I'm getting too wrapped up in other things. Let's get it. All right. But this is good. This is good. This is a nice conversation we're having. Or I'm talking to you guys. But hopefully you guys are there listening. We have thank you, Gabrielle, for helping me to speak with integrity. Speak your truth, right? Your truth is not right or wrong. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. We only have opinions. Like me, okay, I might tell somebody that I might not agree. That doesn't make it right or wrong. That doesn't mean that they're right or I'm wrong. You know, my opinion don't be right or wrong. Their opinion ain't right or wrong. It's no right or wrong way. Your truth is your truth. Is your way of speaking. You know what I'm saying? Nobody nobody should be trying to, you know, silence you or whatever the case. Like I said, everybody has an opinion. You know, the plan is not to react to somebody else's opinions, right? Just understand that this is just a conversation, doesn't need a reaction or, you know, go further. Like that's kind of having that understanding. Because in life, you're not always going to agree. I mean, when these guys are sitting at this round table, when I say round table, I'm talking about in a positive way. I'm not talking about like some crazy type of thing. I'm not trying to get into that right now. My point is, like, can y'all still hear me? Like it paused. Hold on. I'll wait. Because it looked like it want to pause. There you go. See? I wasn't going to do no movement because I saw a pause when I said round table. But anyway, we ain't even trying to get right now into that type of spectrum. When I say round table, I'm talking about big bosses type of vibe. Like people that's, you know, trying to make something happen, build an amusement park or something. So let's just say something positive. I mean, you can think negative. I mean, let me tell you something. When things are typically uncomfortable for us, we think negative anyway. We procrastinate it. You know much times I'm sat there and procrastinating me going off for a run or me doing something I don't want to do, cleaning the kitchen or something. I'm done it all the time. I'm still keep doing it because that's something that I'm just not comfortable with doing. It's something I need to get done or something I require to do or something that I want to do to become better, but that don't mean that I'm going to necessarily want to do it all the time, right? So my mind is going to think negative. Just like if I say round table, you immediately probably going to think negative because you're thinking round table means a bunch of people sitting around a table. It is what it is, you feel me? Whether negatively or positively. The point is we're gonna speak on this. Most people that sit at round tables, they're trying to get something done, negatively or positively. So right? So if this is the case, you can't go through life trying to always, I mean you can't. I mean it's gonna be harder for you, I guess, right? But I try to get into this mindset of just hearing everything out. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has the opinion, you know. This person might say their way of building a music park is better than mine. It is what it is. You could say that. I mean, until it's proven factual, then it is what it is. It's just a statement at the point. So it's up to us not to get too caught up into how they feel. How they feel is how they feel. Let them do their thing. How we feel, it's up for us to be able to break it down and say, you know what? It's their opinion. All right, cool. And then state yours. You feel me? And y'all just have a conversation. That's where y'all can agree to disagree type of vibe, right? Because that's how we maneuver. But you still gotta speak your truth. You know, don't get afraid of what other people might say or what other people might think. You just gotta kind of keep in your mind that okay, this person might not agree on what because like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know what I'm saying? If this person speaks something and I speak something back and then they say that my opinion doesn't matter, at that point who like, feel me? Just be mindful of that. Just be mindful. Just keep in your mind when you speak something, you're willing to accept the things that come with it. Because that person might not agree. They might say that your opinion is completely wrong, even though everybody has their own opinion and everybody has their own statements of things. So just keep that in mind. But we're not going to spend too much time on that. All right. Next one we have is the inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Right? So the inner voice came out for you guys. As you guys see, you guys probably did see it came reverse, right? So you guys might be reverse is typically like the opposite, right? Let's just say if it is reverse. This could be a negative voice of yours. That could be guiding you in a negative light. But let's just say it is right side up. Both ways. We're gonna work on this channel. We like to look at it in a general aspect because I don't want you guys to go through life. And look, people don't like me for this. It is what it is. I don't want you guys to go through life feeling like, and look, I understand people have their opinions of me. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm completely still living. I'm gonna do whatever I do. You can have an opinion, whatever. The way I'm trying to live life, and I want you guys to, for my supporters and things like that. If you agree, if you don't, that's fine. I don't lose no sleep over this. Look at things from both angles, both aspects. For an example, this came like this. Y'all saw that, so I'm gonna speak on this. If there is an inner voice telling you negative things that does not put any type of situation forward for you to actually grow, and it's just holding you back, I'm talking about things like you should feel this way about this person because they did you wrong way back when. Like let it go, man. Move on. You feel me? Because that holding that grudge ain't gonna want you. You ain't gonna feel like cooking, cleaning, going to handle your business. None of that, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna always go off of that voice because it's the most comfortable. You feel the most safest. It's kind of like if I had a situation way back in the day where I was with like my father, right? I didn't feel like he defended me a certain way against my somebody that stepped in to be my father type of thing, right? So I kind of realized that I'm like, okay, I have to be my own man. So now that I'm her now, it's like instead of letting that like, feel me? I could have in that moment I could have kept holding on to that, like, oh, you should do this, and just, but I learned to just fight for myself. And I'm not saying this for everybody, but what I'm saying is, my point is, holding on to things ain't gonna get you nowhere further. You're just gonna still have that resentment, that entitlement thing, and it's not gonna get you nowhere. In fact, you're gonna realize there's people around you that's probably making the movement of the boat while you're sitting up there still paddling backwards, trying to, get. You just gotta realize all of these things. And I gotta use the restroom, so I'm just kind of just holding off right now. But that's my point, right? So it could be a negative voice, because it came in a thing. But let's just say you say, oh, I don't believe in that. Tell me the positives. The positive part about it could be the fact, or the way the card's set up, it could be the fact that this is spiritual wisdom coming towards you. Meaning, like, if you guys get an idea about something, if you guys get an idea about going to do something positive, this could be something that, it could be an idea. Let me just start walking. I just saw my neighbor walking, and I was like, great job, feel me, keep it going. Doing something positive could be an indication of productivity that's coming to light from something that you typically didn't expect. You could be just going for a walk. You could be picking up fruit at the grocery store, whatever. Something that's going to help you be more productive. It could be even something positive that's telling you to don't do something negative. It could be a positive information to say, don't pick up them chips, don't pick up that soda, don't pick up nothing that's going to make you dehydrated and make you lack of motivation to do something. I really got to use the bathroom, but we're going to keep going. But yeah, this could be that, but it can reverse, so just be mindful of the words that you hear. If it's something that's generally going to hold you back, I'm keeping it real. Don't listen, bro. But it is what it is. Like I said, you guys can do what you do. It is what it is. I'm only here to share my information. You can hate me, you can love me. It is what it is. I'm not gonna enslave myself mentally or physically or spiritually into a way that pleases everybody on this channel. It is what it is, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with people speaking the truth. I might not like that truth, but at the end of the day, we shouldn't lose sleep over somebody else's opinion. The divine physician. Whoo, I gotta use it. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Hold on. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healing body. The divine physician. So your physique. Take care of you guys' health. Take care of your body. Take care of yourself. Do a lot of self-care time before you go anywhere. Before you apply yourself to anything, do self-care. That's why I run. That's why I do this. I self-care. It's all about self-care. When you look good, you feel good. That's what they say, at least. Make sure you guys are looking your best. You feel me? No, it ain't always about looks. Forget all of that. My point is, do things that's going to put you in a better, like, remember, your body is a temple, is what I'm trying to say. It's not about pretty face, cute hair, good clean Jordans. It's not about none of that, bro. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about doing things that's going to make your body feel good. Because your body is a temple. This is your physique. There's skin, flesh, and blood. Even though you say, "Oh, I miss my soul," that counts. Yeah, it is. But your soul is living in a house. Are you gonna sit there and let your house go rusty and lose paint and all that? You ain't gonna let it happen. You're gonna maintain your house. So why not maintain your body? Why not put yourself into situations where you're drinking the herbs you need to drink, hydrating yourself, making sure your body is at the highest peak. This has nothing to do with looks. I don't care how you look. If you're taking the necessary steps, even if you gotta take medication, I don't care what you gotta do. That's not my opinion. Like I said, I'm not trying to discriminate or this who I could use take away any type of vibe from anybody. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. But my point is, yeah, it's not about what you look like, it's about how you do it. I don't wanna pause this video, I wanna keep going. Leap of faith, I'm ready to take a leap. Angels, thank you for doing it with me, right? So take a leap of faith. Let things happen. You don't know the cases. I'm taking a leap of faith by even telling you guys this information. I don't know who's watching me. I don't know who's anything. I know it's a product I'm providing because I'm providing information. But I don't know. Hey, you know what I'm saying? God forbid, but it might be somebody that has to be my future boss watching me talk all of this and then decides, oh, I ain't gonna hire him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm taking faith, getting onto the YouTube channel and sharing it. All I ask for you guys is to like, share, and comment, subscribe to support your boy. It don't matter at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm not enslaving myself no more. I'm done with that. If I don't get what I get, it is what it is. I don't have no entitlement issues or entitlement feeling like I'm entitled to anything like that. I'm not saying, and I don't have nothing against people that feel that way. It is what it is. I just feel a certain way. It is what it is. I have my own opinions. They have their opinions. Keep it moving. But anyway, take a leap of faith for everything you do. Don't let nobody tell you not, because guess what? While they're telling you to slow down, they're speeding up. So just keep that in mind. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's Michael. I'll see you guys soon.